All right, guys, we are here with another off-season war. Today brought in Mr. Negative Storm and Immortal Abomination. Now we're showcasing a little bit of Mr. Negative's gameplay on Path 5 against this global. If you don't know, Munash, or Munash, however you pronounce his YouTube name, has been using Mr. Negative in war for fights like this pretty much all of Season 34. So this is me just messing around and kind of showcasing it for you in preparation for Season 35. But game plan really with Mr. Negative on Path 5 is normal play. You're going to build up dark energy just shy of 10. And then when you're prepared to drop a special 3, you're going to build up about as much dark energy as you can before dropping a big special 3 after removing the ebb and flow. Now, this is section 1, so it's knockdown. So when we're prepared to throw special 3 and we have enough dark energy, we're going to go ahead and parry heavy. And this node is debuff immune after knockdown. So the entire fight, as long as we don't knock them down, we can actually parry. So you don't need a white magneto pre-fight here. Mr. Negative can't utilize the passive stun anyways. So here we're over the 10 mark. We do the heavy there. We drop the special 3. The bonus fury is going to make the dark damage from the dark energy pretty crazy. So here he is above 50% and tick, 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 bye. So that's pretty much what you can expect with anything that Mr. Negative can take on Path 5 with ebb and flow, whether it's knockdown or intercept. You'll see later in the video that intercept just has a cheekier way of removing the protection. Storm here was brought just for this fury. Now in an ideal war situation with a champion like Storm who has such a big special 2, you would have mutant boosts. That way once you get rid of the life model decoy, you are prepared, very prepared, to just either nuke him down with a special 2 or a special 3 right afterwards. So there was the heavy in preparation for a special 2. This could have crit big, could have got us some power back, but we didn't end up critting there. And then hopefully that would have also at max boosted, put him pretty close to being KO'd. And then before we get rid of the LMD, if there's an opportunity to knock him down and remove the ebb and flow knockdown, since this node has heavy hitter, and then finish him off with the next special attack before we lose the fury. Obviously unboosted, this ends up being a trickier fight. You are trying to find your windows, and they're just dexed out of that special 1 too early. Now we're disoriented, so that's why that parry failed. But as you can see, without the power back boost, this node gets a bit trickier. Not more so now, because we don't have the LMD down, but once we have to start intercepting because of that stun immunity with real Nick, it'll make the fight much more interesting. So there we go, LMD down. Now we're going to try and set up windows to try and intercept here. And again, another kind of scenario here. Power back boost would have maybe let us do like a special 3 into a special 1 or a special 2 into a special 1. Hard to say. But we are just letting him melt down until he gets to that 30% as we try to intercept like we do there. And we got the knockdown now. He's got a special 2. Now we're going to try and bait it out. And we're going to try to finish it off here with a combo while we've got the fury up. No crits on that special 1. Get another intercept there. And then we finish it. So just a bump in the road. Moving on to another Mr. Negative fight. So same kind of game plan here with Longshot, since the nodes are very similar outside of aggressive prowess. We are going to be able to parry, so we should keep Chavez from ever throwing a heavy attack, hopefully. Obviously, if her AI decides to for no reason, we can't avoid that. But I do believe she goes this entire fight without throwing the heavy, which is really nice. Triggered the global there, so we do the intercept, the evade counter for a cheeky intercept, and put the global on cooldown. Again, here, we're building more dark energy, just shy of the 10. What I will say is with these nodes and the way I'm playing it for this off-season war, it's a little uncharacteristic from the playstyle or from the game plan that I would use for Mr. Negative in season. Ideally, I would reduce the number of evade counters I do per fight to 2 in the hopes that whatever special attack I use finishes the fight. And you'll see there I did 3. And it's mainly because one was to remove the global, another one was to get us just shy of 10 dark energy, and then the final one was to convert our final light to dark. And then here she is just above 50%, tick, tick, bye-bye. So he's definitely still a viable option for this global. What I would caution you against is trying to force him on any mini bosses. Technically the safeguard one is the safest one for him. Penny Parker here decided to try this out. I have heard of other people taking Penny here with Mr. Negative and it not being a problem at all. So here I'm starting the fight out with normal parry heavy. There I decide to stop so that she's not at a bar of power. And then she parried me there. Apparently I was too late. And that pushed me over 10. So we're actually going to lose this dark energy. And instead of this being a smooth fight to special 2, we now have to kind of rebuild dark energy. And I'm going to actually take that time to remove her shield while doing so. So if I do decide to evade counter with her shield up, she can auto block the light hit from the evade counter and therefore burn energy. And I think that happens a little bit later in the video. I think right here I decide to evade counter since we're getting too close to 10. Didn't. Oh, the shield was down, so we're good there. Maybe it's later then. Shield is gone, so we're gonna go back to parry heavy. As we built the special 2, forgot about backup recovery. We're going to block, bait, and attack so that we can evade counter into special 2 before that shield comes back. And now we're trying to bait out the special 2 without eating it. And there it is right there. There's the evade counter. I was kind of hoping that would knock her out, and then she auto-blocked it. We ended up taking her out with the damage from Nullify Immunity. Moving on, section 2, ebb and flow intercept here. Now, Maw is just a pain sometimes. If you're not used to the spacing with Mr. Negative and retaliating his heavy so that you can keep him from being focused the entire fight, then it can be a real pain in the butt. Ideally, this should be a pretty simple fight. So I did everything there at the start, in my opinion, right, to get rid of the global. We also removed ebb and flow intercept. So we have a fury, and here it should just be building light and dark, and there heavy attack was late. And then here, miss, and then degen out. And I'm actually surprised it did that much damage. So very unfortunate. That's not how that fight should have gone. Definitely a lot of errors, just tried to rush it. But here, after our 1 loyalty revive, is how it probably should have gone the first time. So we're actually not getting any parries there. Stun parries at least. We remove the global, or we remove ebb and flow intercept, not the global. Here we're going to trigger the global. Now we're going to use this window to remove the global. I actually think I end up taking him out before we get to special 3. There he's willingly throwing special 1s, so we got the spacing. Still heavying him to keep him from being focused. Evade counter here into the special 3. And he's not even going to last 2 ticks. So that's That's technically how I would have hoped that first attempt went, but you know, Maw AI does Maw things. So, second node of this path, Doom. So here, should be a lot easier. So parry heavy if we get it. I chose not to heavy. Maybe I'm still thinking of Maw then. Probably didn't expect the parry to land. So we get the Fury, so we're going to do some or a decent amount of damage as we build to our special 3. War is up, so we are no longer heavy attacking. There shouldn't have evade countered, because now we are over the 10, so we're going to let that dark energy expire. We're going to hang on to this light energy, get ready to evade counter. And then we're going to build up another set of light energy. I'm doing that here. And then I decide to go with what I've got. Evade counter to remove ebb and flow. And I'm not being efficient in this fight. I've evade countered, in my opinion, way too many times. I can definitely limit it down and get the max, or close to the max potential for that dark damage. He's still got a little left. We're not going to make it to another special 3, so we're just going to do pretty plain Jane basic attacks. Can evade counter here. Trying to combo him down. He's just not having it quite yet. I believe we get knocked down by this one. So we can't evade counter, and then we get another light energy. So path 5, he can actually do it. And then we're going to take this Sasquatch mini here. And I was hoping to take the mini bosses after Sasquatch on the right, but I didn't have the energy and someone else ended up getting those. Immortal Abomination. Just going to make this fight really simple. Build the special 2. And once we throw special 2, just spam special 1s. And that's about it. I only have 2 points in equity. And no points in resonate. So there's obviously more potential here for reducing block damage. But you can see between willpower and the weakness, this isn't a problem at all. And Sasquatch has suicide, so the block damage can be significant here. Getting close to Wrath. Got the acid burn up. Decide to go in for an unblockable medium. Wraith. Wrath. Wraith. Wrath. Waiting for that heavy attack. Special 1. Melting away, an acid burn, and this should actually do it. And down he goes. So, Immortal Abomination, just tearing things up. And then the last fight, I force Immortal Abomination here on Sersi. I'm not a fan of this matchup. Can he do it? Yes, but it's kind of slow. Just because you have to wait for the poison phase. And I'm actually going to get my butt kicked here twice. The AI just outplays me and I get impatient. I'm just not having it with her. I'm just getting bored between waiting for the poison phase to come up and then baiting out special 1s and then taking forever to get the next point of contact. I was trying to avoid her using heavy attacks and intercept more, since if the glancing buff isn't on cooldown and she doesn't have it up, if she throws a heavy, and there I thought I dexed, if she does a heavy, it's like guaranteed to come up. And then there, it was still stunned, so couldn't move. So like here. And then now the glancing buff is up. Throw the special 2. Anyways, gotta work it off the wall. Now we're gonna hit into her block to make some room. think there's a coming up. Yeah, I thought for sure I parried there, or blocked, but it is what it is. Ideally, a champion who is both Incinerate and Poison immune does really well here. Just so that you can relentlessly attack her and not worry about getting cornered. So Rolk, Mephisto, Kingpin with Hood, or Joe. We usually send Kingpin here. But you can see the amount of dancing I'm having to do, and then there we get stand up intercepted by the AI. So revive, do it again, and this second attempt is just horrible. You can really tell I get impatient here or bored. And the AI just schools me like I've never played before. And there we decide to dash in after the first throw. And then the next time she throws special one, it's actually going to be unblockable. And we don't move. Ah, it's after that time. Very, very slow fight. Takes a lot of patience here if you're using, there it is. Stunned and should combo me out. Oh, no, stop short. And bought a little time. Cornered and KO'd. So, one more time. Maybe this time we'll get it. Both starting at 40%. Should be an even fight. Apparently she doesn't want to attack me during the poison phase, just the Incinerate. But yeah, I like this new change to revives. Makes off-season testing a lot more entertaining. Instead of going in with 5% health or just not even healing up at all, you get to go in with 40% health. There, the AI just outsmarts us, dashes back further than us, knows that we are coming in to intercept. Waiting out this Incinerate phase. I believe we're going to intercept with a special 2 here. Offer heavy. Hopefully this time we can get enough special 1s off to finish this fight. There we go, an acid burn. And I believe this pretty much does it. She only has a little bit left. We do have to wait out this whole Incinerate phase. I might end up finishing her through block between the poison and the block damage. We will see. Yep. Right there. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe, like, follow, and share, and I will catch you guys in the next one.